Oh wow, free stuff in the box again. What is this? Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. Today with an anime figure haul. I was thinking so hard, like what kind of weird face I should make next for my thumbnail involving anime figure hauls. But anyways, this video was supposed to come out way earlier, like 2 weeks earlier this month, but we had trouble involving the customs department over here in my country, and pretty much anything that is air freight coming from China especially, they were severely delayed. Finally, I got my stuff. Well, not too bad the delay actually, not in my case. And going by the title of today's video, you already know what one of the figures over here is, because yeah, this is one of the very first official licensed Honkai Star Rail scale figure out there to be made and released. Yeah, Fuxian, we'll get to her in a second. Meanwhile, the other two, now that is a big question mark, isn't it? Because I never really mentioned anything about buying these two other figures. Like, I did not even mention anything in my Discord server on what potentially one of the figures over here will be. We'll see. So without further ado, let's begin unboxing the figures over here. Starting off with the obvious one. So we have Apex Toys in front. Yeah, that would be Fuxian. Fortunately, the box isn't too big. This looks like something around 30 to 35 centimeters cubic in size. I think I got pretty lucky because the customs department did not rip open any of my 3 parcels over here. I got very lucky, given that there was a 70% chance where they might open our parcels. Yeah. As usual, Apex Toys, they really love using this kind of foam, and I love it because this foam is actually very effective in protecting our figures. Oh wow, that is a very nice box design. So here we go. Kind of interesting, isn't it? Like, every figure coming from Apex Toys, they have a very different box design. She's looking amazing already. So I really can't wait to unbox this one. Alright, moving on. Where should I put this? I'll put this on the floor. Moving on to the next one. Which seller is this from? I'm not sure which seller is this from. Let's open up. And you see this corner brace over here, it is stuck to this piece of plastic. Alright, and in... Okay. So I got this figure for discount, right? This could be the surprise of the month. I don't think any one of you expected me to buy a figure like this. Girls front line. M4 SOPMOD II from Girls Frontline. Now, how many of you expected me to buy something like this, right? If you watch my channel regularly, you know that I don't have many things nice to say about Girls Frontline, but those are facts where the game has been on the decline for some time. The popularity is going down, and it is probably just a matter of time before, the value of most of their figures begin to bin. And I have already been seeing this happen, right? And this figure is one of them. So this figure store in China, which I am a regular customer of, by the way, I used to buy a lot of FGO stuff from them in the past, in-stock stuff. They were selling this figure for really cheap. I don't even remember the price anymore, but I'm putting my screenshot on the screen over here. That is before shipping, obviously. Shipping is going to add quite a bit of cost on the figure, but still, the reason why they are letting go of this figure, because number one, it is like leftover stock in a way. The biggest enemy with any business in general is to have leftover stock, too much inventory. That is always a bad thing. And this was like their last unit of this figure, and they also said that there is a slight damage on the box, and because of that, you know, some mainland Chinese figure collectors, they want their boxes to be as perfect as possible, so they are letting go the figure for cheap because there is damage on the box. And now that I look at this figure, it is not as badly damaged as it seems to be. Like, there is a slight cave in on the front if you look at it from an angle over here. Yes, there is a slight dent, but this isn't too bad. So, to get a mildly damaged box figure, moreover something made by Amakuni, for this low of a price, yeah, I'll buy one, I'll review it. I want to see what Amakuni's figures is like nowadays. I haven't bought an Amakuni figure since my last FGO figure. I think it was Rider Altria Alter, yeah. So, yeah, it's been a while. I want to see what Amakuni figures are like. Moving on to the next box. Over here, yes, Bear Panda again, because they make great stuff nowadays. This Bear Panda figure, those of you who regularly interact with me in my Discord server, you might be able to figure out which figure this is. There are two figures inside. So, oh, what is this? Another free gift, I guess. Let me have a look. Oh, okay. No, this is not a free gift. So I pre-ordered something from Apex Toys. If you pre-order any figure from Apex Toys, normally they'll send you a postcard like this. Yeah, and this is something you get if you pre-order from the Chinese site only, not Army anywhere else. I pre-ordered Kafka. Kind of cool actually. Oh, there are 3 figures in here. See, I have even forgotten what I purchased. There are 3 figures in here. The first one, oh god. So that SOPMOD figure was box damage, but this is supposed to be okay. Now this is quite a bad cave in, but I don't mind. This is a prize figure after all. So Taito Desktop killed Tokisaki Kurumi from Dead Alive. Yes, the only reason why I would buy something like this is because it is so darn cheap. And for a price figure, they even included this hologram sticker on top to verify the authenticity. Man, the box is being squashed. Let's really hope that this Bear Panda figure is okay over here. Squashed. So there is this pair of figures, bunny girl figures with extra face plates, it seems, by Bear Panda, Xia and Lin, and apparently suitable for age 18 plus, interestingly. This has to be the first time Bear Panda included this 18 plus warning on the figure. I wonder if the figure is customable, even if it is just the chest region. As for the price of this pair of figures, I'll put them on screen over here, where they are very cheap despite coming with a barrel top base. And this is 2 out of 4 figures. There are another 2 which are not yet out. And we are going to open them up one by one right now. Okay, so let's open up these Bear Panda figures over here. So the box is pretty meh, nothing special, but they are cheap, forgivable. Alright, So the base is behind here. That looks freaking amazing for the price you're paying for, man. The next one here, once again, a quick look at the box. This is lean apparently. This is Black Bunny. Once again, the base. Alright, we will assemble it later. Moving up to SOPMOD, M4 SOPMOD, like, there's no way I could remember the names of these various rifles and firearms. Okay, so the box over here, the condition does not look as good. Yeah, but still quite the bargain. Oh, alright. So now I can see a more major damage up here. Right? But still, for the price I paid for it, yeah, I'm able to accept this level of damage. Oh, wow. This actually looks pretty dang amazing. Not that I did not expect it, because we are talking about Amakuni right here, and Amakuni, their paint work is fantastic. When they do get it right, sometimes they do mess up a bit. Like, even outer nowadays, they do have the occasional QC issue, but when they don't, they make amazing stuff. And you can say the same with Amakuni. Let me have a quick look at the instructions over here. Alright, nothing much. Easy to assemble. Alright, Fushane, once again, a quick look at the box. This is possibly the best looking box among all 5 figures today. This figure came out way back in around early or mid-February, by the way, yeah. And I was pretty mad to receive a figure that I pre-ordered early, so late because of the customs department. Instruction sheet again. Let's have a look. Doesn't seem too difficult, not many steps. We shall see if my laziness in my refusal to read the instruction sheet will bite me in the ass later on. Oh wow, free stuff in the box again. What is this? Oh, something about this being a special color paper of some kind of stationery. No, I'm not going to open this thing, but this is nice to have. Oh. Alright, looks like we don't really have much to assemble. This is probably going to be a very smooth day in terms of figure assembly and unboxing. Alright, let's switch up the camera angles. Now let's open up this Kurumi figure over here. I thought this is supposed to be quite a big figure. At least that is what I saw in other users' pictures. I wonder why the box is so small. So small that it surprised me just now when I was doing the unboxing. So let's have a look. Maybe the figure is split into several different parts inside. Oh, wow. No, it is not as big as I was expecting, but not complaining too much really. Wow. Holy crap. But looks like the figure is fine and undamaged. No base, nothing, just like this. So, I think she looks fine for the amount I paid for. Like that is 10-15 US dollars maximum. And I combined, ship her with 2 other scale figures, so the cost is almost irrelevant when it comes to shipping. As usual, I see some mold lines, that is normal for price figure. The face looks pretty good. Well, the newer, what do you call that, Taito T-most line is quite a bit better, I think. Yeah. This is closer to 1/7 scale, anywhere between 1/8 to 1/7. Alright, the Bear Panda. So this is the base. This really reminds me of Lego, man, in some way. Look at this. Really reminds me of Lego. Alright, and on one hand, you may say that you're impressed that they give us a barrel top base like this, but the quality is pretty bad. Like, can you see it here? I'm not sure if you can see it based on the lighting here, but there we go. You look at the reflection right here. Yeah, the mold quality isn't great, but I shouldn't be complaining for a figure of this price. And I'm starting to understand why the base looks like this, because you can literally plug it anywhere. Interesting. Yeah, even on the outside, yeah, the mold isn't that great, but I mean, if you imagine this to be a very, I don't know, rundown old bar, then maybe it makes sense. I'm just a bit worried that later on when I want to disassemble the figure and rearrange it, then it would be quite difficult. I'm also a little bit OCD about this. I want it to be exactly in the middle, you know. Okay, let's put it here. The main figure that explains why there is no instruction sheet at all. With a base like this, you are free to assemble and reposition the figure anywhere you want. Very interesting. I don't think I've seen any brand do something like this before. Unfortunately, she's not customable. So what is up with the 18 plus label? Or maybe I'm just too liberal in the sense that something like this is not safe for work enough to me. I'm not that conservative of a person. So as usual, yeah, you can unplug the face, right? You can switch the faceplate to the one that is, yeah, the one that comes with a movable eye. I'll show you guys in a second. Once again, Bear Panda never disappoints. We get a metal foot peg. Even with the cheapest figures, we get metal foot pegs. Not a very stable figure because he's standing on one leg. But bro, I like the paint work a lot, man. And as usual with Bear Panda stuff, you get this additional faceplate where your waifu will stare back into your soul when you look at her, regardless of which angle it is. I'm not a big fan of it, but some people do really like it based on what I've read online. Yes. And we have a bunch of accessories over here. Beer bottle, wine glass, stuff like this. I have lots of these. I have lots of these in my studio. Like I buy them, right? all these tiny accessories, I buy them. So for now, I don't want to lose them, so I'm not taking them out from the box yet. Next, bunny figure. Same exact base, I suppose. Yep, the same one. You see, this is a very clever way of keeping the cost down when it comes to manufacturing. The same parts are being recycled across multiple different figures. Yes, the same exact base, the same exact imperfections, you see. So what if I want them to be in this S shape? How do I make it possible? And yep, but there's a gap. See, there's a gap in between. Can I like join them together or something? Now I was hoping for one base to plug in between two bases so that they are all together, but no, that apparently that is not possible. Or am I doing something wrong over here? I'm not too sure. So it seems like with this set of bunny figures by Bear Panda, you have the freedom to display them any way you want, which is very interesting. But I'm not sure what to think about the way the base is being designed over here. It is not as flexible as I was expecting it to be. Well, I know that I shouldn't be complaining too much about a figure that is costing 30 or 40 bucks, but yeah, this is merely my observation at the moment. So as you can see, because of the base design, you can display them any way you want, which is already a plus in my opinion. So I have wasted so much time messing around with the bases. Moving on to the next one, this is from Amakuni. So first up, this is what the base looks like. This is a little bit better than a plain black ground disc base, and it is matte. It is not very shiny. I like that. The main figure. This is way bigger than I was expecting. So for the low amount of money I'm paying for this scale figure, I think this is incredible. Like, I am loving the metallic paint work on this figure already, right? So my early impressions for now, I really love the metallic parts and I'm not seeing much flaws at all. So I guess that, yeah, the seller was being quite honest about the figure. You see, there are some sellers in Taobao, right, in China, where the reason why they are selling a figure so cheap is because that is a QC reject, a quality control reject. Though most of them are quite honest about it. Like, if there is an issue, there may be a potential issue with the paintwork of the figure, they will mention it up front. All you need to do is to read the descriptions, right? Read the product descriptions before you buy it. But many people don't. So when the seller said that they're letting this go for cheap because of box damage, not because the figure is bad, well, that seems to be the case. I spotted one QC issue on top of her head over here. A pretty obvious one, in fact. But other than that, everything looks good. A quick look at this over here. Oh, come on. This is pretty annoying. The camera is refusing to focus on the object because it is of a dark color. So this is the one thing I really like about Amakuni. Their paintwork on this rifle over here is outstanding. I love it. This is beautiful. Alright, so this is my early impressions over here. Is this like the best girls frontline figure? Of course not, far from it. But to get an Amakuni figure at this lower than usual price and to get most of the figure right, that is not bad at all. In fact, you know, the small flaw I'm seeing on top of her head over here, that is probably related to the box damage that I showed you guys earlier. Like maybe there was a major impact onto the top of the box and then it banged against the figure, physical impact, so the paint came off. That is a possibility. So I wouldn't fault Amakuni for this thing over here, which you get to see it later on when I review the figure separately. But otherwise, the whole figure is so good. Yep. Man, this is a bargain. Alright, moving on to the next one, the last figure here, we have Xuan. So firstly, this is the base. Oh wow. This base looks incredible. Man, I love this base. Wow. And the figure itself. So we have a sponge underneath. Oh, there we go. That was so easy, and that is all. So this time around, Apex Toys is not that perfect. That is all I can tell you right now before I review her detail in a separate video. Apex Toys has impressed me so many times. But this time around, this figure, I already spotted two small flaws behind the figure. The kind that probably won't bother most people. But this time, Apex Toys has blinked a little. I wonder if they rushed this figure. Two small issues at the back of the figure, but otherwise, this is a beautiful Xuan figure, which I would even tell you guys to go all out and buy one right now if you love her, right? Once again, whenever we talk about quality control, it is always a matter of luck. It is gacha, right? Some of the issues that I point out in my reviews, they are not applicable to every copy of the same figure. So, bringing into this loot right here, I'm not sure if you guys can hear the background noise in my videos because I heavily suppressed it in the first place, but it is horrible. Like, why are all of the motorcycles so loud over here? Alright, so one more thing about Bear Panda figure is that you do get accessories, beer bottles, wine glass, and so on. I just didn't really want to bring them out because, you know, yeah. Wine bottle again. These are the kind of things where you can find in toys for Barbie dolls. They are so cheap to manufacture. So this time around, this is my March figure haul. And I'm not sure if I will have an April figure haul because given the timing of the stuff I pre-ordered, maybe they won't come out on time or they will only come out in late April. I have pre-orders coming out in April, early bird pre-orders. So yes, April I might spend the most of April reviewing these figures one by one. That's the thing. So the next figure haul will probably be in May. But regardless, this is a figure haul that I'm quite happy with. I like Xuan so much. This is beautiful. And this is, yeah, surprise bargain buy somehow. And Bear Panda keeps up with their good work on low budget scale figures. Let's see if I will complete the set, the other two which are not yet out. So that is all for today's figure haul video. It is like, no, I don't have anything special, anything different to say even. Like, no, while I was unboxing the figures, I had to struggle. I was keeping on thinking, what should I say, but there isn't much to say. It is your usual. Yeah, great stuff all around. I rarely end up accidentally buying bad figures because I know what to buy and what to avoid in the first place unless I buy the bad ones on purpose. So if you found this video maybe interesting in any way, give this video a like and I will see you guys again very soon. I will review each one of these figures individually. Yes. So do subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content every week. And until then, I'll see you guys again soon. Please do join my Discord server. Links in the descriptions below. And goodbye.